this city. I host a podcast that highlights people who live and work here. This city is filled with citizen celebrities. Here, this is for you. Wow, that's a future citizen celebrity.
There's a river town that is known for miles around for its music scene. Travel 75 or 71 and you'll know where I mean. From the north and south, from the east and west is where you'll find our vibe. But once you make it here, you become a part of the Cincinnati tribe. Throw your O's in the air for this growing city. From the hood to the burbs, y'all sing it with me. I'm from Cincinnati.
Hey, it's Jay, Cincinnati's Conscience, the only place on the web where citizens are the real celebrities. And I am here with a bona fide celebrity, and you'll figure out how and why once we get into our conversation. But with me today is Will Baker. Not only is he a motivational speaker, and I mean motivate, he's also a personal trainer, a bodybuilder, a massage therapist, and a human walking this earth with intention and motivation. And we'll talk about all of that in a minute. What's up, Will?
What's going on? I appreciate you for having me on your show.
Come on,
the setup, the vibe, everything is amazing.
Yes.
Got the fireplace.
I think you said the Shannon Sharp going. But also, like, let's talk about, like, first things first. Are you born and raised in Cincinnati?
Born and raised, Cincinnati, Ohio,
Okay.
all my life.
Okay, where you grew up?
Grew up Monte Hills.
Okay.
Grew up in Golf Manor,
Okay.
Hartwell.
Yeah, a little bit of the Stumping Grounds, yeah. I was all over the city, but because I had a large family,
Okay.
my mom was one of 12.
Oh.
So, you know, they sprinkled everywhere and then went west. But, so born and raised here. How did you find your way to your professional path, purpose? Like, how did you end up in motivational speaking, bodybuilding, massage therapist?
The easiest way
Okay.
that I could think is a saying that I live by. If you can't afford it, become it.
Okay. Wow.
I live by that.
Okay.
That's why I'm on my way to law school, by the way.
Say that. Say that.
On my way to law school. So, but that's one of the things that really got me. But then I can also go into the whole story. I mean, do we have time? I can tell you a quick story about, because I could go.
Okay.
You know, I could go. All right, hey, don't give me.
We don't
hey,
have. Okay, let me just say this. Cut that. We don't have hours.
I know.
But like, yeah, tell
about
the
5
story.
minutes. But no,
Yeah,
it's so this story, where I was a manager at the Family Dollar, single father.
Okay. Yes.
Single father, almost 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I was almost 300 pounds, and I was working at Family Dollar, and I was barely making it. I was Section 8 food stamps, you know, in between trying to figure things out. And it was one particular day, I was at the Family Dollar, right? And this day, it was a beautiful day outside. I was actually mad I had to work that day. And I didn't have a car, so I got the luxury of walking to work.
Yeah.
So I got to walk to work, and I was one of the managers on deck, and there was 3 of them, and I get a phone call. I take it. I go outside, I take it, and I say, hello. Say, yeah, hey, Will, how you doing? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? It's been about a couple months since I talked to you. How you been? I say, yeah, I'm good. I'm pregnant. Oh. I was like, well,
Oh shit.
I'll be honest with you, is it mine? Like, I mean, you on my line, but that don't mean you could just be, you know, want a congratulations or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, sure. I said, all right. And as another manager comes out, mind you, the managers it was no employees there. Everybody there was a manager. So being a manager there was nothing special. And I was somebody that's a work smarter, not harder type of worker. Mm-hmm. So they getting mad at me because they want to work hard. Yeah. I don't want to work hard. But on this day, I'm outside. I got one phone to my ear, and she's telling me she's pregnant. He comes outside. He says, hey, the general manager's on the phone. He want to talk to you. He's on the phone. I say, hey, what's up, man? He said, why you outside? I say, he said, you know what, don't even worry about it, man. Just clock out, don't come back.
Really?
On one phone, I'm find out I'm having a baby. The other one, I'm getting fired from a job.
Shit.
At the same time.
I know, I'm like, shit.
I'm like, well, I guess we figure something out. So I go to the gym. I go to the gym. I take the last little bit of money I had, buy a gym membership, but I couldn't keep it because I couldn't afford it because mind you, I'm on Section 8, trying to feed my son, trying to figure things out. I started selling plasma.
Yeah.
I started selling plasma, and then I ended up, what happened was I spent my last $100 on those personal training software.
Really?
That LA Fitness at the time was having to teach people how to be a personal trainer, but the problem was this. I couldn't read 24-letter words.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know this. So then I'm like, hey, let me call somebody. I called one of my old teachers to ask her. I asked her for to tutor me. So she gives me her tutoring price. I can't afford no tutor. So you know what I did?
What?
I got smart. I went to school.
What do you mean?
I went to school. I said, forget that program. I went to school. They had financial aid where I can get tutors.
Okay.
Where I can get understanding on the information. I made sure that my son had daycare first, went to school, made sure that everything was, because I was like, well, if I can't afford it, let me see if there's a place that'll pay me or something, or to help me.
Right.
School. But then that's when I found bodybuilding.
Through school?
Yeah, because I went to the Arnold.
Ah.
I had an internship at the YMCA. Because it was part of my curriculum, and then the manager was like, you been to the Arnold? I'm like, nah. I go to the Arnold. I thought I was in shape. T.I. said something. He said, it's kind of hard to pretend to be somebody when who you trying to pretend to be is actually in the room.
Wow, okay.
I had to put my jacket back on. I said, oh, no, I ain't in shape. I said, not like this.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, yeah, I like this.
Wow. And the rest is history?
But the rest is history because you gotta realize once I got into bodybuilding, that formula
Say that.
to become the bodybuilder, that's my formula of success. So now I'm using that same formula everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I became a professional bodybuilder. I went from 289 to 169 pounds. Yup, sure did.
Over the course of how long?
So it took me, I've been competing for 4 years. Once I took bodybuilding serious, it only took me 4 months.
Are you serious?
Once I took it serious,
Yeah.
diet, no cheating, everything, it took me 4 months.
I think people need to know that when you really commit to something.
Consistent discipline.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to know the cheat code to hard work? You want to know, the cheat code to success?
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get there.
Yeah. And then how do you pass that wisdom down to your family, your children?
You have to show them.
Say that.
You don't tell people.
Say that.
The thing is, the problem is I'm understanding there's not a lack in communication, because if there was a lack in communication, there wouldn't be so many podcasts.
Okay.
There's a lack of people not putting in the initiative to get the job done, to show people the way to live. That's the issue. Because children don't learn by what you tell them, they learn by what you do.
Say that. Say that.
The only way my son knew how to act on stage is because he saw me on stage, and I presented my butt off on that stage, and I won. I held that trophy up. Guess what he does when he goes on stage? He holds that same confidence, kills it every time. Hard work. He don't like the struggle. But he understands that what comes with it.
One of my favorite saying is, lead by example. Lead by example. People don't want you to just tell them. They want you to show them. Because then you are the example of success once manifested. Like once the thing is done, If you're doing it, they get to see the end result.
But then they get to see the journey.
Yeah.
See, the process is the beautiful part. You see, they don't get to see what happens. Like, even in this right here, like, they don't get to see what happens, the conversations we get to have off camera.
True.
They don't get to see,
Although
hey,
you do get some B-rolls, so stay tuned.
You get some B-roll.
Stay tuned.
I'm on my way to law school, so I can help fathers.
Yeah.
I can
how
help fathers.
beautiful. So I was going to ask before you shared that piece that as much as we as parents want to shape and mold our children through the nurture side, this is a science, the environment also plays a role. And you can attest to that yourself. As much as your parents, taught you or did not teach you, the environment that you put yourself in, your friends, the schools, the clubs, the people you hang with on the street also help to raise you. And so for me as a parent, my hope is to provide that. I'm a gardener. The analogy as a parent is I'm a gardener. They are fertile ground, and I sprinkle a lot of seeds, shared experiences, science and logic, spirituality, their own experiences. And then my prayer is that what waters them and provides them sunlight and fertilizer is the environments that they put themselves in. Because we can only be a piece. As whole humans, so much of our lives is an exercise in self, figuring out who we are, how to express ourselves, how to navigate this world as whole humans, who will walk with us, who will not, that discernment piece. Growing up, I thought the only lesson was to figure out the things that I liked. The bigger lessons was being very clear about the things I did not like.
And standing on it.
Yeah.
And be firm with it and understand it's okay to have that boundary.
Yes.
And say, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But to what you were saying though, I want to add this last little piece. And this is something this is something that's actually, this topic is coming up frequently within my conversations. So I was talking to my mom, and she's 73.
Yes.
And I like talking to older people and watching older people because something about the circle of life is that some things are inevitably going to happen.
Yes. Yes.
And it's good to see and know what's going to happen
Yeah.
later on down the road.
Yes.
And so I'm talking to my mom, and she said something that struck me. And it was like, she said, son, I'm still learning who I am.
Yes.
I said at 73. But what that did for me was it told me to take my time.
What a gift.
Because
what a gift.
It tells you to take your time because, a lot of people, we're so in a rush to learn who we are, to get to where we're going and do that. And I'm looking and I'm like, bro, you're 73, you're still learning yourself. I say, hold on, man, this is a marathon. I'm saying, look, I ain't gonna put no bandage on my ankles until I get about 60. And it's a lot of people with bandages on their ankles in their 20s because they're trying to figure everything out instead of trying to just take their time and not skip the stages of life.
Yes.
Relax.
Chill out.
Chill out. Everything.
How beautiful is that, though, to be able to bear witness through someone else's lived experiences. I think part of the show is I'm hoping that people watch for two reasons. One, post-COVID, post-pandemic, we've forgotten how to really connect with each other. You know what I
It's
mean?
It's a lot of that.
There's a perception of it, like the social media. It gives a perception of connection, but it isn't.
The thing about social media, though, is people lie on social media.
That's why.
It's so many fakes on social media, and then it's like, well, it's hard to pick who's being real and who's not. And it's like, you just got to go with what you see.
Yeah. But in meeting face to face and sharing these conversations, my hope is that people think about body language, nonverbal cues, emotions and feelings as temperatures, not the sun or the moon. You know, like they lead us someplace, but they're not the end all be all, because I learned through my mental health and behavioral health training, all feelings are valid even if they're not true and real. Like what you think is happening may not actually be, but the emotions that it evokes is real. That is real. And so like these conversations teach people that me leaning in shows real care and curiosity. Like learn some of those nonverbal cues so that you believe less in what people tell you and more in what they show you. And that you can't rely on social media because it's edited.
A lot of that stuff is edited.
You know, so they're cutting out important pieces to share a story and not a truth. And so I'm hoping that if I invite you here to share your truth, people don't have to weed through the story. You
don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about just connections. Even when I met you, because I met you down the street.
Black Tech
Week. And it was amazing. And just when I ran into you and I met you, and I remember the first exchange because I was trying to take a picture or something. And you were doing something, and I think something happened where I felt like I felt like I offended you, but we went our separate ways. And I found you later on and was like, hey, I want to apologize to you because that's not me.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but your energy was like, look, I'm cool. I'm here chilling. I'm enjoying the vibe. We here having a good time. Don't worry about nothing. And we talked for what, maybe 20?
Maybe a little longer back, because then I saw you again.
Because then we saw you again, and we talked for and I was like, because I think I inboxed you too and told you, because I'm like, being somebody with an energy like yours is rare. It's rare to find a genuine person that wants to actually connect with people, help people, in just a free, loving spirit. You know, it's because to me, you come off as a person that the world didn't get to yet.
Well, that's a little bit of that.
And I understand the reality of life, but I also understand it's like this is my perspective from the outside looking in on you.
Yeah.
You know, so this is a question sometimes I found that you want to ask is what's your honest opinion of me?
Of you?
I'm not asking you to tell me, not on camera.
Yeah.
Don't tell them.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, but it's good. Part of the reason I ask you on the show, because as a whole human, you are not afraid to share your truth.
Oh, no, you got to tell
Not
people.
perfect, but purposeful. That's why I wanted to talk to you. I'm like, when you talk about the world hasn't got to you, I feel the same way about you, because even with your story, you will not allow it to deter you from your search for the truth. That's always growing and knowing yourself. That's the best thing your mom could have offered you.
Man, but the thing about life is that it's going to come with its trials.
Of course.
And in my position, like, I have a lot of support in terms of, but I went and sought this support.
Right.
I found this support and it found me, and because believe it, 2025.
Say that.
I'm talking about. I felt like who can I be in this moment? I felt like I was one of those little action figures. You know, the ones when you be like ding. On the little thing, back in the day.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You were just like
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You know, dang, I feel old. Take me back.
Seasoned.
But you know, I felt like one of those, right? And life was really Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Real
hit.
shit.
I'm getting hit, and December, I made it strong all year. I mean, I'm knocking down everything. I'm strong. I'm in the gym. I'm following my routine. But when December hit, and I didn't know it as a speaker, this is your quiet month.
Okay.
So all my support groups, everything stopped
Wow.
for the holidays. They're like, we're taking
Oh,
holidays off.
okay.
We're
Okay.
done.
Okay.
We'll come back in January. Everything stopped.
Yep.
And guess what I was left with?
You.
Me.
Yep.
I broke. Oh, I broke. And honestly, I'm just now coming back maybe 3 days, just about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
I broke. It was all the pressure of life.
Yep.
And then as a motivator, and this is why I feel I have to be authentically vulnerable with people, because as a speaker, I have to let people know, like, even though we come off as strong, we come off as courageous, we come off as champions, we're still human.
Say that, please.
And we go through too.
Yes.
And so, and I'm telling you, like, you know, and I'm open about my ADHD and bipolar as well.
Yes.
And so, honestly, what was going on was I was going through a manic episode.
Say that. Yep.
And this is probably the worst it's ever been. But I controlled it for the most part.
Why do you think it was so bad this year?
Life. Just life.
Well, you got to tell people, because like people will be like, what makes, like, because they are only looking through their lived experience. You have to remind them that it's a collective experience.
I mean, I'm actually writing a book.
Okay.
About my 2025 year.
Okay. Yeah.
It was so much stuff. I'm talking about from each month had something. I'm talking about from separation from my children, from a heartbreak. I mean, I thought I was about to get married. I thought I found the love of my life. I'm to nothing. I'm like, bro, what? You know, I mean, I got wins in there though. I got a lot of good things, because even with the bad, what happens even when we go through our bad things, you also have to stay focused on your plan and understand that the good.
Say that.
I mean, when you do bad, well, not when you do bad, when you get the bad, it also the good is just as big.
Right.
So the blessing, but you got to be able to withstand that storm. I withstood the storm, because once a certain
well, you here putting 3 and 4 words together, so you clearly withstood the storm.
Oh, I withstood that storm.
Yeah.
Hey, look, bro, I'm built for tough.
Say it.
I might break mentally, but as long as I got 2 legs that can walk forward, we gonna go in that direction. And then we gonna pick up the pieces as we keep on walking.
Right. So, I mean, there's a lot of shared wisdom here. Where can people find you if they want to continue the conversation? How can they get you involved if they want to bring you in as a speaker? What is your contact stuff? So
my contact is Will Baker. I'm on Instagram, Will's Wellness, or Will Baker LMT. I'm on Facebook, Will Baker. You can book me on my website. It's www.willbaker.org. You can even contact the business line. It's 513-205-9566.
All right. Well, I mean, this was such a beautiful conversation. So rich. Like, so rich. I'm so grateful for you coming down. The theme of the show is New Year, New You. And I think this is such an appropriate way to kind of incorporate the lessons of 2025 with the lived experience and growth of 2026.
It's time to win. 2026 is the year to be rich.
Yeah. 2026 is also the year of the horse. So in Chinese calendars, 2025 was the year of the snake. So shedding old beliefs, shedding old relationships.
Everything was sold out.
2026 is the year of the horse. Rapid growth and action based on those learnings. So thank you for sharing both the shedding of the skin and what we'll see as rapid growth in 2026. This is Cincinnati's Conscience, the only place I know. This is Cincinnati's Conscience, the only place I know where citizens are the celebrity. The only question I have for you is, are you turned on? If not, flip the switch.
I'm from Cincinnati. Skyline, Kroger, Grippo, and Graders. I'll catch you there later. You're in the natty. Some say a city of sinners, but I say we're winners. Let's hear it, the natty, natty,